Hello guys and welcome to Coding Orbit. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to implement Hive in your Flutter application. Hive is a NoSQL database that can be used to save some data locally. So when we say NoSQL database, we mean it's not like sqflite or shared preferences. However, shared preferences is NoSQL as well, but it's a key value based as Hive. But the main purpose of Hive is it allows us to save custom classes into local database, which shared preferences doesn't allow us to do so. So in this demo application, I have these two nodes, node 1 and node 2. I can enter it, see the details and delete the node. Then I can click on add and add node 3, for example, and body 3. So in this node, these data are a class, and whenever I say add node, it adds a class, and here we can get that class and get all these data. Now, before we get started, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our content. Now, let's get started. Alright, to get started, we need to install Hive dependency into pubspec.yaml. So head over to pub.dev and type Hive. Now, when you get into here, click on documentation. Then wait a bit to take you to the documentation, and you need to install all these 4 libraries, not just Hive. So you need to install Hive, Hive Flutter, Hive Generator, and Build Runner, which I already done in here. Here the dependencies and here the div dependencies. Alright, now I've already set up my project. I have widgets here, node widget, services, empty, screens. I have 2 screens, the same screen to add and delete node, it's the same, and with home screen to show all nodes. Models is empty, injector is empty, controllers is empty. So we're gonna start implementing them. Now the first thing we need to do, we need to implement the injector. Now I'm calling it injector. You don't have to call it injector, you can call it whatever you want, but I'm gonna say Hive injector .dart, and inside here I'm gonna say class Hive injector, and this class has static, future, void, and let's call it setup. And this is async. And the first thing we need to do, we need to await Hive to be initialized, but make sure you import Hive Flutter, not Hive. So hive.init Flutter, and then here we're gonna say register adapters, but we're not gonna implement it right away. And finally, we're gonna say await hive.openbox, and here we must pass a name. Now we need to create a void method. So static void register adapters, and for now we don't want to do anything. Now we have to open a box, Hive box, and we have to register all Hive adapters, and we have to init Flutter. Now let's go back to the main, and let's say await, and make sure you make the main method future void with async. Okay, so await Hive injector dot setup, and that's it for the main. Now to continue this setup, we need to set up a little bit more things. So first thing we need to do, we're gonna create a model. So inside here I'm gonna say node.dart. Now you can definitely create classes using Hive. So to create a class, it's really easy. You can just say class, let's call it node, and we can put some decorator. So inside here I'm gonna say add Hive type. I'm gonna say type is 0, and here make sure to import Hive, not Hive Flutter. Okay, now inside the class I'm gonna say add Hive field, and we can say 0. So this field, let's say string title, and I'm gonna copy this, paste it again, but with body, and change this to 1. Now that's it. That's how we create a Hive class, but we still have to make the constructor. So I'm gonna say required this dot body, required this dot title, and that's it. That's how we create a Hive class. Now, before we finish, we just have to say part of node.g.dart and the same name, but we have g in between to generate it. Now, what we need to do, we need to run a command, and this command will generate all missing things for this class. Now, this command is this one, flutter packages pub run build runner build, and if you click enter, it will generate this generated file, and you can see that it succeeded. Now, sometimes this command doesn't work. If it does, make sure to write delete conflicting outputs, and if there is a conflicting output, it will make it run again. Now you can see that we have here node adapter, and you can see that we have some methods along with this class. Now if we go to the Hive injector, we can say hive dot register adapter, and this adapter is node adapter, and that's it. Now regarding this box, openbox, hive.openbox, you can specify whatever name you want. For example, you can say my box, you can specify whatever name you want. But because we have one project and we're building this for the whole project, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna remove this, and that's why I created a directory called services, because inside it, I'm gonna create a file called store.dart, and inside the store, I'm gonna create a class called store. And this store will actually hold and manage Hive methods. So inside it, I'm gonna say static const store box, and I'm gonna call it store box, same as the name. Then late final box, and this box is dynamic, and I'm gonna call it box because I don't want it to be available outside this class. Now I have many methods, but first let's create the constructor. So the constructor store doesn't take anything, however it will generate or initialize the box. So the box is hive.box, and the box name is store box. Now we can use this box because we already opened it here. So I'm gonna say here store.store box. So whenever you open a box here, we can use it inside here. Now since I have the box, I can use it, and this box has many methods. For example, we have get, we have put, and all of this are dynamic. So now I'm gonna create a method, and I'm gonna use t type. So I'm gonna say future t, and I'm gonna say get value, and this value is also of type t. Now we're gonna take an object, and which is the key instead of naming it object, and we can pass here, we can pass t default value, and you can not pass it, it's as you wish. And this is async, and this is gonna return box dot get value, get the key. And we can pass for the get method default value, so I'm gonna pass the default value as well. So inside here the get method, get value, it's gonna get out of the box whatever we have key, and in case it doesn't have it, we will return the default value. Now let's create a similar method for the set value. So it's not gonna return anything, it's void. We're gonna call it set value, and this set value also of type t, and it takes object as key, and it takes t as value. Now this is also async, so we're gonna say box dot set or put key with the value, and that's it. Okay, now I still have one method. We can delete a value, so future also void, and we can say delete value, and this value of type t, it takes object key, okay, async, and I'm gonna say just box dot delete key, and that's it. And we can also create a method for clearing everything in the box. So we can say future void clear all, and it doesn't take anything. However, it's also async. And we can say box dot clear, and we can say await here. Okay, and await here. All right, and await here. Okay, okay, await everywhere. Okay, sorry about that. So now whenever we want to use Hive, we can make sure that we don't have error about the box, because we already specified that and this can't be changed. So we're gonna use this box all the time. And you can also, for example, if you want to use a key for Hive, so to set value, to get value, to delete value, you can add the key here, which will make more sense. So I'm gonna add a key here and call it note, which equal to note, or without underscore, doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm gonna use this key for notes whenever I want to. So let's go ahead now and create a node controller. So I'm gonna say node controller dart, and this controller will actually hold or communicate with the store that we created. So class node controller. All right, and in here I'm gonna say late final store, and let me import this store. Okay, now node controller, I'm gonna say store is equal to store. That's it. Now we have some methods to use. So I'm gonna say future, because I used a list, and in the tutorial I showed you that I have many nodes. So I'm not gonna retrieve one node. That's why I'm not gonna say in the store node, I'm gonna say nodes, because I'm gonna be saving all the nodes all at once. But you can definitely save one node at a time, and that's not a problem, or any class at a time, and that's not a problem. So I'm gonna say future list of node, and this might be nullable, and this will call it get nodes, and this is async, and this would basically return a list of nodes, dot copy dot from. So where will we get this node from? Await store dot get value. The key is store dot note, and that's it. That's for the get nodes. Now we have many other methods, or we can create different methods. For example, we can create a method to add a node, and we can create a method to delete a node. Alright, to save you some time, I'm just gonna paste all of these, and okay. Now store dot node, and everywhere store dot node. Okay, now here we have add node. Add node will get all the nodes at once, and then we'll add a node, then we'll replace it with the set value to the same key, since it's a key value. So whatever in the value previously will be removed and put the new one. Delete node, same as add node. However, here we don't add, here we just remove. Now that's it. So if we run the application now, everything will work, but let me show you how I implemented the UI. So basically I have a node widget, and this node has on void callback on tab, and it takes the node. So it has title and chose the node.title, body chose the node.body, and the whole widget is equal. Whenever you tap it, it will call the on tab. Now in the home, just a scaffold with an up bar, Flutter Hive example. Then it has a future builder list of nullable nodes. So in the future we have node controller get node, and here we defined a node controller. And then in the builder we have if it has data, so we're gonna extract the nodes from the snapshot.data. If it's empty, we're gonna just say no nodes as a center in text. Otherwise, we're gonna return list of view.builder, and this list view that builder takes a note widget. Inside the note widget, the on tab for each note widget will call add note screen, and here the action add note screen, let me show you. Add note screen has a function note and it's called action and has deleted note as note. Now we have editing text controller for the title and the body, and the on state we're gonna say title equal text editing controller, and we're gonna fill it. We are filling it if the deleted note is not empty, and then we are checking on the deleted note to say delete or add a note. Same for the button down there here. Now the main purpose I created this action is because the same button might have two different actions. It might delete the note or it might add a note. So here I'm just having some text validation. If it's not empty, then note. If the note widget, the deleted note, is not null, take it. Otherwise, take a new note with the title.text and body.text. Now await widget.action note, because the action might be delete, it might be delete note, or might be add a new note. And finally, we are popping to the previous screen, which is home. And here, the action, as you can see, is node controller.delete node, the method that I created from a while. So this action and this is an action, and both of them takes a note. That's why there is no issue doing what I did. Okay. While on the floating action button, it also called add note screen. However, the action this time is add note and it doesn't pass deleted note. However, here it passes deleted note. Now let me delete this app from the mobile and remove app, delete app. Alright, delete. And now let me run it again. So I'm gonna run the app and wait for it to let run. Alright, the app ran, but with some errors, so I fixed them and I'm gonna show you what I fixed. So basically, here this might return null. So I changed it as future t with nullable t and as t nullable t. And in the node controller, I also made this nullable. So list from, it might take from this, or it might take an empty list. Alright. Or we could have set default value empty list and we could have saved this issue from happening. But anyway, it's good that it happened, so we are more aware of the error now. Okay, and same to here, we can say default value empty as well here, default value empty. Okay, now if we go to the app, we don't have any note, no notes yet, so let's add an app, a note. So let's say note 1, body 1, add note, it did added it. Now let's add another note, note 2, add note, and if I click here delete note, it deletes it. So that was all. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like the video, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our content, and I will see you in the next video.